Sometimes we need to extend the signed data from a byte or a half word to a word. Okay, so we need to do sign extension. For that, the instructions provided are SXTB and SXTH. SXTB allows you to sign extend from a byte into a word. Okay, so RD comma RM means RM will be the byte that you want to sign extend. So the RM sign bit will be extended to form the 32-bit word, and that will be stored in the destination register RD. Whereas SXTH is allowing you to sign extend the half word in the source operand. So RM will be holding the source operand in the lower half word, that is bit number 15 to 0, and this bit number 15, which will be the sign bit, will be sign extended to occupy 32 bits, and that will be stored into the RD register, that is the destination register. So this instruction is going to sign extend the half word into a word. So not only the signed numbers but also unsigned numbers are also can be extended to form the word. For that, the instructions are for signed, the instructions are XSTB and XSTH, and for unsigned the instructions are UXTB and UXTH. So the all the instructions have got the similar operand, same format or syntax, that is RD comma RN. Okay, so RN will be the source operand which will be extended to form the word whether it is signed or unsigned, and the extended word will be stored in the destination register RD. So as you know, for SXTB and SXTH the data are sign extended using bit number 7 or bit number 15 of RN. That means in case of SXTB, you're going to extend the byte to form a word. So in case of a byte, the most significant bit is bit number 7, and SXTH is going to extend sign extend a half word to a word. So in case of a half word, the most significant bit is bit number 50. So these bits will be sign extended to form the word, whereas in case of UXTB and UXTH, the value is 0 extended to a 32-bit value. So there is no sign bit here in case of unsigned numbers. So 0 will be appended to form the 32-bit word. So as an example, let me take R0 equal to 0x55AA8765. Okay, I'll apply all these four instructions on this data. So SXTB R1 comma R0. So I want to extend the byte in R0 to a word. So the byte in R0 is 65. Okay, byte in R0 is 65, and the bit number 7, how do you write 6 in hex? It will 0110. So bit number 7 is 0110, 0101 will be the 8 bits. So bit number 7 will be 0. So hence that 0 is extended to form the 32-bit word. Next example is SXTH R1 comma R0. So here you are going to sign extend the half word. So in R0 the half word is 8765. Okay. Now if you convert this to binary, the bit number 15, most significant bit of this will be 1. 8 is 1000, so it is 1, right? So this has to be sign extended to form the 32-bit word. So this 1 will be copied to all the bits from bit number 16 to 31. So from bit number 16 to 31 you will be getting FFFF8765 will be the result after sign extension. For unsigned numbers, UXTB R1, R0. So here again TB means you have to extend the byte. So byte is 65. So irrespective of what is there in the most significant bit, it will be 0 extended to form the 32-bit value. Whereas in case of UXTH, you have to look at the lower word, okay, lower half word. So the lower half word is 8765, and again irrespective of the most significant bit, it will be 0 extended to form the 32-bit word. Another set of data processing instruction what we have is the reversing data bytes in a register. So you have three different variants of reversing data bytes in a register, that is REV, REV16 and REV-SH. So we'll see each of them. REV RD, RN is going to reverse bytes in a word. That means in a 32-bit word there are 4 bytes, okay, and these bytes are going to be reversed. That means the least significant byte will be moving on to the most significant byte. The next to least significant will be moving on to the next to most significant, and so on. So in the expression we write it as RD, that is the destination register, is equal to reverse of RN. You can make the things can get more clear when you look at this picture. So here the 32-bit word I have divided into 4 bytes, okay. So the 4 bytes are, the first byte is from bit number 0 to 7, second byte is from 8 to 15, third byte is from 16 to 23, and the last byte is from 24 to 31. After this reverse instruction, the output will be the least significant word, that is 0 to 7 will move to the most significant place, that is it will be moving to bit number 24 to 31. Likewise, bit number 8 to 15, this byte will move to bit number 16 to 23. Bit number 16 to 23, that is the next byte of this word source the register, it will be going to the bit number 15 to 8 of the destination register, and the most significant byte, that is bit number 24 to 31, will move to bit number 0 to 7, that is the least significant byte. The next variant is REV16 RD, RN. So here this is going to reverse bytes in each half word. So in this case, in this second version, that is the two half words of a 32-bit word are treated independently. So here you can see the 32-bit word, it will have two half word, that is bit number 0 to 15 is one half word, bit number 16 to 31 is the upper half word. So the bytes inside these half words will be exchanged. That is, here the lower byte of the lower half word is will be moving to the upper byte of the lower half word. That is, bit number 0 to 7 will be moving to bit number 8 to 15 in the destination register, and they are just exchanged, and bit number 8 to 15 will go to bit number 0 to 7. Same here, the lower word is exchanged with the upper word. Bit number 16 to 23 will go to bit number 24 to 31, and bit number 24 to 31 will go to bit number 16 to 23. The last version here is pertaining to signed numbers REV, SH, RD, RN. So here it is going to reverse bytes in bottom half word only, and then it is going to sign extend the result. So here only the bottom half word will be reversed. It is same as reverse 16, but in reverse 16 REV 16 the bytes in both the half words are exchanged, whereas in case of REVSH, the bytes in the lower half word only is exchanged, and in the upper half word the sign is extended. That means here in this case bit number 0 to 7 will move to bit number 8 to 15, and bit number 8 to 15 will move to bit number 0 to 7. Now after the exchange of the bytes in the lower half word, whatever is the sign bit, if the sign bit is 1, the upper half word will be filled with ones, that is it is sign extended. If the sign bit is 0 in this case, then it will be sign extended, by 0. 0 will be filled. Okay, this is what will happen in reversing bytes in a register. This will be more clear when you look into an example. So let R0 be equal to 0x 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I have just written the same digit hex number by giving some space in between the bytes. So 78 is the least significant byte, that is occupying bit number 0 to 7. So what I have written here is the starting bit. So 8 will be starting from bit number 0, and 7 starts from bit number 4 to 7. Likewise, the next byte is 56, which starts from 8 to 15. Okay, next byte will be between 16 to 23, and the last byte is from 24 to 31. These are the starting bits. The last nibble starts from 28, 29, 30, 31. So the instruction that we need to execute is REV R1 comma R0. So now R1 will be getting the reversed number, that is by reversing the bytes. So as per this instruction, this byte will move here, right? So it will be 78. Next byte will be the second byte, that is 56. Next byte will be 34, and last one is 12. So your result should be 0x 78, 56, 34 and 12. The next instruction, that is REV. Next instruction is REVH. So REV16 is written as REVH, R2 comma R0. So again I have reproduced the value of R0 by separating each byte 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. So here REVH is going to reverse the bytes inside a half word. So this R0, that is 32-bit word, has got two half word. The lower half word is 5, 6, 7, 8 and the upper half word is 1, 2, 3, 4. So within the half word the bits are getting exchanged. So the upper half word upper byte in the lower half word 5, 6 will be moved to the lower byte, and 7, 8 will be moved to the upper byte. Similarly here in the upper half word, the upper byte is 1, 2, which will be moved to lower byte, and 34, that is the lower byte, will be moved to the higher byte of the same half word. So the resulting expression or resulting output will be in R2 0x 3412 7856. So this reverse and REV and REVH are particularly useful when you want to convert data between big endian and little endian. Okay, so you know what is big endian and little endian. This is the way in which data is stored. The bytes of the word are stored in the memory. Okay. So the next reversing instruction is with respect to the signed numbers, that is REVSH. So this is similar to REVH, except that it only processes the lower half word and then its sign extends the result. Let me explain this with you with an example. So here let R naught be equal to 0x 3, 3, 4, 4, 8, 8 and 9, 9. So I have written the input data, that is R naught, by just separating the bytes. So 33 is 1 byte, 44, 88 and 99. So as per REVH, it is going to exchange the bytes in the lower word. So this is your lower word, okay. Now these two bytes are going to be exchanged. So the lower significant byte will be 88 and the higher significant byte will be 99. It is not going to do anything with these bytes, okay, or in the upper half word. So let me just write the most significant digit in the upper half word after the reversing operation in binary. So that is that corresponds to 1001. That is 9 is written as 1001. So here, as you know, the most significant bit gives you the sign bit, and here the most significant bit is 1, and hence this REVSH instruction will extend the sign, that is 1 is the sign bit. So it is going to fill all the remaining 16 bits, that is bit number 16 to 31 with the 1. So it will be giving you F, 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 okay. So the result will be FFFF 9988. The last group of data processing instructions is the bit field processing. Here there are various instructions for bit field processing. So the first one is BFC. BFC stands for clear bit field. So the syntax is bfc.w. This is going to take the 32-bit instruction, rd comma hash lsb comma hash width, okay. So this is having only one register, so that will be the source as well as the destination. Now here there is something new, that is hash lsb. So this instruction is going to insert zeros in the given register, that is how many zeros and starting from which position is given by these two operands. So hash lsb, as you see there is a hash there, so it must be a immediate value or a constant value. So starting from this position, zeros have to be inserted into the given register. How many zeros have to be inserted, that is given by this third operand, that is hash width. So hash width also is a constant or immediate value. So starting from this position equal to LSB, you have to insert these many zeros into the given register. That is what it means. The second instruction is BFI. So this is insert bit field. So this is similar to BFC. In BFC what we are doing is we are inserting zeros. C stands for clear. That means the specified bits you have to clear. That is you are inserting zeros. Whereas here in BFI you are inserting some other part of some other register into the destination register. So the syntax is rd comma rn. So source register is rn, destination register is rd. The third operand is, as the previous case, hash lsb, and the fourth operand is hash width. So starting from this lsb of the destination register, you have to insert the number of bits equal to the value given in this fourth operand, that is width, from the source register. Okay, I repeat. So starting from the bit number given here in the LSB of the destination register, you have to insert a part of the source register equal to the number of bits equal to the value given here in width. So this will be more clear when you are doing when you look at one example. The next instruction is CLZ. So this is going to count the leading zeros. So it will take two operands RD comma RN. It will count the leading zeros in RN and say give it in, I mean copy it in the number it will copy in the destination register. The next instruction is R bit. R bit is going to reverse the bit order in the register. So we have seen reversing the bytes in a register, reversing the bytes in the entire word, or reversing the bytes in the half word and all. Now this is at the bit level. So it is going to reverse the bit order. Exactly, bit order is reversed. That is, bit number 0 will come to bit number 31 and so on. Bit number 31 will come to bit number 0. So the whole thing is reversed. That is done by this instruction R bit. So here also it takes two operands RD comma RN. RN is the source. It will be reversed and given in the destination register. Next instruction is SBFX and UBFX. This is for copying the bit field from source. Okay, and SBSX will be pertaining to signed values, and UBFX for the unsigned numbers. So the syntax here is SBFX RD comma RN hash LSB hash width. So it is going to copy starting from the value given here in LSB of the source register, number of bits given by this operand, that is width. So that part of the register it is going to pick and pass it on to the destination register, and the remaining bits of the destination register are sign extended. Okay. Whereas in case of UBFX, the same thing is done, but here instead of sign extending, it is 0 extended. Okay. So we'll see the examples for each of these. Now we'll look into the example for each of these instructions. First one is BFC, that is bit field clear. Clears 1 to 31 adjacent bits in any position of a register. So the syntax, as we already seen, is bfc.w rd hash lsp hash width. So we'll see the instruction directly. So before going for the instruction, I want to load the register of our interest into the suitable value. So LDR R0 comma equal to 0x1234FFFF. So this instruction is going to load this 32-bit number into the register R0. So I will since it is bit processing, so I will write all the 32 bits of this number. So 1 is written as 0001, 2 as 0010, 3 as 0011, 4 as 0100. So as you see, each digit in hex corresponds to 4 bits in binary, and hence there will be 32 bits. So next F is 1111. So there are 4 Fs. So 4 sets of 1111. So this makes up 32 bits. Now the instruction to be executed is bfc.w, R0 is the register of our interest, hash 4 hash 8. So the second operand, that is hash 4, is the LSB. LSB means you have to locate that position in the register. So starting from that position you have to insert zeros. Okay, so bit number 4, so as you can see, the first least significant bit, this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, so bit number 4 is this one, right? This bit is bit number 4. So starting from this position, how many bits you have to fill with the zeros, that is given by the next operand, that is hash width, that is hash 8. So starting from this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these many zeros you have to insert in the register. Okay. So that will be starting from bit number 4. 8 zeros means till bit number 11. You have to fill with zeros. So 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 0 will correspond to hex zeros only. So your number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, this is F, right? After that 0, 0, F. This should be your answer after the execution of this instruction. Okay. Next similar instruction is BFI, that is bit field insert. So this copies 1 to 31 bits equal to the width from one register to any location equal to hash LSB in another register. So this is same as your bit field clear. In bit field clear, you are going to insert zeros in from the specified position and number of bits equal to the width given in the instruction. Okay, whereas here you are going to insert a part of another register into the given location and into the given width. Okay, so that is why here you need two registers. So there will be the syntax is bfi.w rd comma rn comma hash lsb comma hash width. So we'll see the example. So here what I do is so since here we require two registers, so I have taken two registers. LDR R0 is equal to 0x 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and LDR R1 is 0x3355AACC. Okay. Now your destination register, okay, first I'll execute the instruction bfi dot w r1 comma r0 hash 8 and hash 16. So your destination register is r1. So the position here hash LSB whatever is specified, that is with respect to the destination register. So destination register is R1. So you have to locate bit number 8 of the register R1. So bit number 8 LSB, bit number 8. So this is starting from bit number 0 of R1. This is I'll not write in binary, I'll just try to represent it here only. So this will start from bit number 4 and this will start from bit number 8. Okay, so this is the point of my interest. So starting from bit number 8 of the destination register, which is R1 here, you have to copy 16 bits of the source register. The source register is, that is given by width. The source register is R0. Okay, so from R0 16 bits you have to copy. So which are the 16 bits? That is starting from the least significant bit. So it is by default only the width will be given. By default the least significant bits will be copied. So starting from 0, the least significant 16 bits will correspond to 4 digits of your R0, that is 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to insert from bit number 8 of R1 this 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll just try to write here. So this will be 8, this will be 7, this will be 6 and this will be 5. So I will try to write the resultant number. So R1 will be equal to 0x. Okay, the most significant bit are not uh, touched, so it is 3 3. Then replace it by 5 6 7 8, and the last two digits are also untouched, that is CC. So this should be your answer. Okay, so as I have told you, bit number starting from bit number 8. Okay, the least significant 16 bits of R0 are inserted. So your answer is 335678 CC. The CLZ instruction actually counts the leading zeros in an operand. So it is count down MSBs to 0 before the first bit at 1. Okay, and the syntax is CLZ RD comma RM. So it is going to count the leading zeros in the source register RM, and this value it is going to store in the destination register RD. So RD gets a value between 0 and 32. So this is usually used for algorithms working on the representation of a fixed point. Okay, so this CLZ instruction is going to count the number of leading zeros in the value in RM and returns the result in RD. This is what I have just explained. So the value will be 32 if no bits are set in the source register. That is, if the source register is a 0, so there will be 32 zeros. Okay, so the destination register will get a number 32 corresponding to leading zeros before a 1 as 32, because source register value is 0 only. And suppose if the source register is having bit number 31, that is the most significant bit as 1, then there are no leading zeros, right? There are no leading zeros before this 1. So the destination register is going to get a 0. So any value depending on the value in the source register, the destination register is going to take any value between 0 and 32. Reversing bit order in a register. The instruction is R bit, which reverses the bit order in a data word. So here it is different from the earlier reverse instructions that we have seen. Earlier we have seen reversing data byte in a word, that is you are exchanging the data bytes in a word or data bytes in a half word. So at a time you are transferring bytes. But here it is not like that, it is at the bit level. You are just reversing the entire bit order in the, that is that's what. So the syntax is R bit dot W RD comma RN. So the source register RN is bit reversed and stored in RD. So this instruction is basically useful for processing serial bit streams in data communication. So in data serial communication you have to operate on individual bits at a time. So in that case such instructions will be of great help. So let us look at an example. Let R0 equal to 0xB4E10C23. Okay, so I need to reverse the bit pattern, entire bit pattern. So that is why I will write the number in binary. So the binary number will be, B is 1011. B corresponds to 11 in decimal, so it is binary 1011. 4 is 0100. E is 1110, that is 14. 1 is 0001. Next one is 0. C is 1100, that is 12. And 2 is 0010 and 3 is 0011. So you can see each digit of hex corresponds to 4 bits in binary. and I have placed these underscores just for readability. Now the instruction to be executed is rbit.w r1 comma r0. That is r0 is the source which you have to reverse, and the reversed number will be stored in r0. So let me just try to reverse the number. Reversing means this bit, the least significant bit, should come to bit number 31. So it will be 1100. The topmost nibble will be 1100. So this is done. Next one is 0010. So if you reverse this, 0100. Okay, 0100. Next one is 0011. I am reversing and telling you 0011. Next one is 0. So it is straightforward, 0000. This is 1000. Reverse of 1 is 8. So 1000. This will be 0111, and this will be 0010, and this will be 1101. So when you reverse, it is very simple, but be careful because these are bits or patterns of zeros and ones, so we tend to get confused. So I'll just encode it in hex. 1100 is 12, 12 is C, 0100 is 4, 0011 is 3, 0000 is 0, 1000 is 8, 0111 is 7, this is 2, and this is 1101. 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 is D. Okay. So the reversed value is this, and the hex value will be C430872D. The last set of bit field processing instruction is UBFX and SBFX. This is for the this is for bit field extraction, okay, and sign extension. So the syntax is UBFX comma dot W RD comma RN hash LSB hash width, and SBFX same thing. So this hash LSB and hash width take the same function as we have seen in bit field clear and bit field insert. Okay, we look at the instruction one by one. So here the UBFX actually extracts a bit field from a register starting from any location specified by the LSB with any width specified by hash width, and 0 extends it and puts it in the destination register. So here, unlike your BFI, here both the operands LSB and hash width, hash LSB and hash width, both correspond to the source register RN, and the required data field, bit field, is extracted and copied to RD, and the remaining bits are 0 extended in case of UBFX. UBFX is for unsigned numbers. So the instruction is, we'll look into an example. The instruction here is LDR R0 equal to 0x5678 ABCD. Okay, and the instruction to be executed is, so this will load R0 with this number, and the instruction to be executed is UBFX.W R1 comma R0 comma hash 4 hash 8. Okay, so before going for the execution of this instruction, I will just locate the bit numbers. So this D will start from bit number 0. This will start from bit number 4. So LSB, hash LSB, this one. Okay, that is bit number 4. So starting from bit number 4, that is starting from this digit, how many bits you have to extract, that is given by this width. Width is 8. So this is 4 bits, C is 4 bits and B is 4 bits. 4 plus 4, 8. So 2 digits of hex you have to extract. That means you have to extract B and C from this source register R0. Okay, and that is what the meaning of this hash 4 and hash 8. Starting from bit number 4, you have to extract 8 bits from the source register. That corresponds to BC, that is bit number 4 to bit number 11, makes 8 bits. So that you have to store in the destination register R1. So R1 will be equal to BC, that is the least significant byte will be BC, and the remaining bits will be 0 extended, because UBFX stands for unsigned values, so it will be 0 extended. So 0, 6 zeros will be added, so to make up the what you call the 32-bit number. So your R1 will be equal to 0000000 BC. Similarly, we have this SBFX instruction which also extracts a bit field, but instead of 0 extending as in case of UBFX, here it is going to sign extend before putting it into the destination register. So the instruction is LDR R0 equal to 0x5678 ABCD. Okay, so this value will be loaded into R0. The instruction for bit extraction is sbfx.w r1 comma r0 comma hash 4 hash 8. So as usual, before going to the instruction, I will just write down the bit number. So this least significant byte will start from bit number 0. The second nibble, the second digit will start from bit number 4. So you have to hash LSB is hash 4. So starting from this location, starting from this digit, you have to extract number of bits equal to the hash 8, hash width, that is 8 here. So 8 bits will correspond to 2 digits of hex. So you have to extract BC into R1. So the most significant digit here is BC. If I write it in hex, BC is written as BC is 11. So 1011, right? So the most significant bit is 1. So the sign bit is 1, and hence that sign bit will be sign extended. So 1 will be filled from bit number 9 to bit number 31. So that will correspond to 6F, FF and BC. So this will be copied to the destination register, that is R1. Okay, this is because SBFX corresponds to sign extend. It extracts the bit field specified by this LSB and width, and then sign extends it.
Thank you.